Author Tommy Baker gave a speech titled "The Journey is the Win." And in it, he emphasized this point. He said, even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty, the last thing anyone wants to hear is how beautiful the journey can be. Yet when you look back on your life, that's exactly what you'll remember. You'll remember it when you go to retell your story of your personal hell. You choke up on your own words. You can't even clearly articulate them. You can't get them out because they're a mixture of joy and pain. Or sometimes you may hear something or think of something or see something, and it instantly takes you back to those days. And you get lost in thought and you silently whisper to yourself, I don't know how I got through. See, you thought the win was in the destination, only to realize, looking back, that it was in the journey. And you were winning the whole time. You just didn't realize it. Because the journey is the win. And oftentimes you didn't realize it. Oftentimes because the wins are disguised as losses. And what looks like a setback was all just a part of the plan. Because not only did you have to learn to win, but you also had to endure the losses. I remember hearing an interview by former Seattle Seahawks player Cliff Avril. And he said, in all my years of playing in the NFL, he said, my biggest regret is this. He said, I worked so hard to jump from thing to thing to thing. I had to make the roster. I had to earn the contract. I had to overcome injuries. I had to get to the Super Bowl. I had to win the Super Bowl. He said, I go from place to place to place to place to place. He said, my biggest regret is I didn't enjoy the process. And in an instant, my career is over. See, the days are long, but the years are short. And maybe what you're going through right now, maybe you don't enjoy the moment, but you got to respect the journey. Because see, it's in the journey that you're in the process of becoming. And becoming is tough, man. Becoming is not some sort of bubblegum elixir that you can just douse, man, and take it and everything's going to be just fine. No, becoming is often distasteful. Becoming is bitter. Becoming is unsettling. But it's necessary. Because you have to learn from the losses and grow from the wins. See, it's in the losses that you learn to grow that grit and that persistence and that resilience, how to climb back up, what I always talk about. See, it's in the losses that you have to learn to figure it out on your own, because as you lose, you realize the people that were in your camp weren't in your camp, and they're gone because they see you as a loser. It's in the losses that you got to learn that you can't lean on anybody else, that you got to figure it out for yourself. It's in the losses, man. It's in the losses that you got to dig deep and unleash capabilities that you didn't even know was in there. But you've also got to win too. See, and it's in the wins. As you win, you grow in self-confidence. You become a little more sure in your abilities. So that way, when you lose again, you know that you're capable of winning again too. The journey is the win. The journey is the win. And I wouldn't call it a win if you wouldn't call what you're on a journey. Keep moving. Stay in the sales life.